Hi, it's me again. In one of the lines that I was saying, we are the ones that Grandma has been praying for. It actually reminded me of a little story when I was about 7 years old before my grandma passed away. I never grew up in a household with my mother or father. I never knew them. It was just all brothers, sisters, cousins, uncles, aunts, and my grandparents. And I had got off the school bus, and I was into like being a princess. I thought I was pretty, things like that. I liked pink. Yeah. And then this girl had called my princess outfit ugly, and the only definition that I knew about ugly was it's not pretty, it's not beautiful, it's not all these adjectives and verbs you describe something pretty. And instead it was like a put down. So I started crying, thinking that if I was ugly, I was never able to be that princess. I was never able to get that type of attention and love from people that I thought would want to give it to me. And I burst into the door crying, and my grandma says, "My love, why are you crying?" And I tell her that I'm crying because someone called me ugly. And she said, "Well, why don't you go look in the mirror?" And I go look in the mirror, and I see myself. I don't know what's happening. I'm ugly. They said I'm ugly. And she's like, "Well, guess what? You need to get a better mirror. You need to get better eyes. They need to get better opinions, better whatever they're looking at with you, because you're not ugly. You're not the things that they say you are. You're yourself, and you're beautiful. You're not the you're not the put downs. You're not the bad words that they tell you, because all Native people are pretty. They're beautiful, and we're sacred. We can't just keep putting people down like that, because that's how words can kill a person." And I'm really thinking about it now, because I mean, she passed away. She was my mother. She's the only one who I grew up with understanding me, and I think about it now, and I do see our society putting people down, putting people sorry. I see our society putting people down, and I see people being mean to each other. Even if it is meant as a joke, it's wrong to joke around like that, because some people can take it personal, and those are some reasons that people do commit suicide, because they think about all these things that people joke around with them, and they just feel really bad about it because they actually believe those things that people are telling them, and I don't think it's right. And my brother actually came up to me one time and says, "We're twins, but why don't we look alike? You're so pretty, this, that, you're going to be successful, and I'm always going to be standing in the corner waiting for you to acknowledge me." And it kind of hurt me, because, you know, he's my twin brother, and he's really the only one I'm going to ever have if everybody else leaves me. So I just wanted to make it clear that we shouldn't, even if it's to joke around, you shouldn't say things like that to people, because they can take it personal, and that can be the reason that they commit suicide. And you don't want that type of guilt on your shoulders saying, "Oh, I said that to them. I was the reason that they committed suicide."